So, for the surface tab, gives you a pretty detailed look at the glass. These things that are all boxed are all your defects that were found by the scanner. If they're in blue, they're going to be sent on to the quality settings. If they're in gray, they're getting ignored or filtered out. So if I want to, I can open this up by pressing the pencil icon that was down there, and I can click on one of these guys on the graph. It'll show me where it is on the piece of glass. If I want to do the opposite, let's say I want to see where this one is on the graph. It'll show me it's over there. So this way, left to right is contrast, up and down is size. So this one is very dark, so it's very far to the right. But it's also not very big, so it's not super far up. You can control this, so anything in the white will get ignored. Anything in the blue area, it'll send on to the quality settings.
Why are we ignoring this part?
Because that's going to be very small and very light.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's gray.
So as you go up this way, it gets bigger. As it goes that way, it gets darker.
Okay, so realistically, we could probably even go a little more that way.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
If you want to control this, you can pull this over there to make it darker pieces only. You can pull this one. They'll do a solid line. This one will do a curve. So same with the size. This one does a curve. This one does a solid line. You can also set a maximum. So let's say you started putting like some stickers or something on there.
Yeah.
You didn't really want to see that. You can block those out with that.
Okay.
There's also going to be a separate tab for a different one, whether it's a coated piece or a clear piece. So if you make a setting change to 1, run a coated piece or something after it, and then do it again with the same setting. Okay?
Yeah, so you can have different settings for your clear and different settings for your
Did we
loading.
just save those
Exactly.
settings?
We did not.
Okay.
Go to the quality settings, you go to admin and quality. Here's all the profiles there are right now. We've been working with the Gentek Initial. If you guys start running a bunch of Lamy pieces, you'll want a separate profile for Lamy because usually they're a lot more scuffed up and just generally not as high of quality and clarity. So, you can make a new one, copy one, open one, print one, or delete one. We're just going to double click on it, that'll open it. There's the name, the sensitivity it's using. There you go over to the border zone here. So, right now it's a 5/8 inch border zone. It's a little bit bigger because the grinder is a little bit off, so some of them are really big, some of them are really small. That seems to be ignoring them all, so we're going to leave it there for the moment, but usually it's closer to a 1/2 inch. Anything in that border zone is going to get ignored entirely. Won't even go to the quality settings, doesn't matter. Okay. Outer zone, that's going to be your 20% around the edge. Usually going to be less stringent, and you can see right here, you can have different settings based on the size of the glass. So like I could say 0 to 24 feet, I want these settings. 24 feet above, I want these different settings. And once you click on it, you'll get all these defect categories. So if you go to scratches here, anything with a smaller length than 1 inch, we don't want to see it at all, doesn't show up on the screen in that outer area. And let me click this one. So then from 1 inch to 1.5 inch, we're going to show it, but it's going to be yellow, it's going to be those warnings. And then you can change that too to say, well, I want to allow one of those, but make the second one red. Anything above this will also be red. Okay. And this one is an area, so it's a circle. If there's 2 defects in a 3-inch circle, or 2 scratches in a 3-inch circle, then it's going to mark it as red. You could say, I want 2, I want a 12-inch circle. It's pretty customizable. You can also make it a square if you want. Okay. Dirt, basically the same settings. Same with inclusions. Those are going to be your bubbles and seeds. Your sizes are going to be a lot smaller on those, but you're going to have the same options.
Okay.
Fingerprints, it's either going to be a warning or an error. You have to make you can say you want to ignore certain ones, but you're not going to get like, oh, I want a 1-inch fingerprint, anything like that. So since it's in your outer area, usually don't care. Most people aren't going to notice a small fingerprint in the outside of the glass. Water drop, same thing, warning or error. Dust, same thing, that's going to be really fine particulates. And then arc, it's going to be like your soft coat. Kind of looks like a lightning bolt. So it's a coating defect. Right now we're seeing anything smaller than a 1/2 inch we don't want to see. Your main zone, that's going to be your viewing area. You're going to have the exact same options, but it's going to be more strict because that's actually where you're looking through the glass. You'll have the same things here, just more strict, but the same options. Fingerprints we have set to an error because if there's a fingerprint in the middle of your glass, probably a problem.
See how much this falls off.
All right. Okay.